We continue our coverage of the 2016 general election in the seat of Arbory, Castletown and Malew. Stephen Crowther is standing, well, at the moment he's sitting actually in the studio with us. He's 58, married with a daughter. He's an architect and lives in Castletown. His CV includes work at a Hong Kong airport and the Bangkok Underground. Perhaps that might be the answer to the trams. Put them underneath the promenade. Good morning to you,
morning.
Mr. Crowther. The demand for building can be taken as one of the indicators, perhaps, of the business temperature of a community.
Yeah.
So, how is the island doing, in your view?
Yeah. Well, I think we've just seen a report by the Chambers of Commerce that's advocating that the construction industry is in has seen some growth at the moment. Obviously, I like to think that my finger's on the pulse in terms of where things are. I'd speak to the QSs.
QSs, quantity surveyors.
Quantity surveyors. Sorry, apologise. Yeah, that's right. And I think there are some good positives, but I think obviously, like everything at the moment, all those indicators, you really have to be watching. What's happening in the market.
Is this the reason a change of career you've decided might be required?
Look, I think the important thing here, John, is that it is a decision to make at 58 years old, but there just so happened to be a set of circumstances that have made me consider this. I've developed a business over the years. It's doing very well, built up a nice customer base, but the thing is, all those skills that you just mentioned about working abroad, it just so happens the right circumstances came around.
So the time is right for you to go into politics,
The time is right, and I want to use those skills to, give back a little bit to the Isle of Man. I brought my young girl back up here, and with the reason that I grew up on the Isle of Man, and I want to contribute. Go.
You speak of a development corridor around the main roads.
I do.
You maintain the momentum emerging from the emergence of Castletown's regeneration. You feel Castletown is on the up after the reclaiming of its square?
I think that, that's part of the regeneration. And one of the reasons...
Has that done the trick?
I think very much so. I think that
Malew Street, Arbory Street, still in need?
Absolutely. And I think that what's
Then
important...
I mentioned Callow's Yard?
Yeah, sure. Look, I'm happy to go through any range of those subjects, but what's important, coming back to what's important here, and certainly the fundamental that's changed is that the boundary change to Arbory, Castletown, Malew, the combination has now changed something fundamentally. It's just fortuitous, I hope, by the government. But it means that now we've got two MHKs are working together.
But would you say that Callow's Yard in Castletown is the crux of the matter?
No, I wouldn't.
Constituency?
No,
Does it need to be solved, Callow's Yard? Can it be solved?
We have to move forward. It's a private developer, owner.
But it's so important to Castletown, is it not? To the flourishing of Castletown.
The key, we've already got the regeneration that's moved forward. There is a lot of talk about that, and I think I can come to that as a subject matter with regarding the way the government and other bodies, look at PR. But
it needs to be solved. You'd agree, though. It needs to be a flourishing development.
I think we've already really got the legs to the start of that, John. Particularly with regard to, for example, at the moment the lighting. We're just looking at the carnival this weekend. Absolutely superb. And it just really came across the potential of that space. It's changed the urban feel of it.
Finish the pensions question. Some have put forward solutions. Yeah. What's your solution to it?
I think, look, what's really happened at the moment is that the governments, as I see, have put the whole position in a holding position. It's flying round. There is potential over the next few years to think clearly about what we want to do. I've listened to a few people who...
But do you have a solution? Do you think stopping final salary schemes that? Do you think anything like that? Without putting words in your mouth?
I've heard a few MHK stand, and there's a lot of doom and gloom about it. What I think's important at the moment is that what I've just talked about here, and looking at the Chambers of Commerce and what we want to do, the really vital aspect is to move forward with, the regeneration, looking at the new industries, and the problem is that we've just got a negative outlook on the...
I'll have to stop you there. Our 4 minutes is up.